Hi, I'm John Kelly, your web support guy, and I'm here to talk to you today about changes that have taken place in search results. And you've probably noticed a few things. Maybe you've done a search for yourself and you found out that maybe your map listing on Google or Bing or Yahoo has come up higher than your actual website. Maybe you've noticed that Facebook is one of the first line items when it comes to doing a search for somebody. Maybe you're noticing that YouTube is showing you a little icon for YouTube video in the search results related to the words that you use to search for. Well, that's the new generation of search. So a few years ago, it used to be the content on your website that you produced, which would give you the relevant keywords and the results. Well, that's still true to some degree. However, what Google, Bing, and Yahoo are actually looking for now, they're looking for what's called authority. So let's face it, it's a good thing. Why I say it's a good thing is because if you're a search engine user and you're going to a search engine, you're trying to find something, you want the best information available to you. Well, that's exactly what the search engine is trying to do for you. So all we have to do is follow the rules. Well, one of the rule changes is that you have to be socially engaged, having connections to social media accounts. One of the things I want to do is go through an example website with you, how we've taken it from the old to the new, show you some new changes that have taken place and why we made those changes. And that's what this video is about. But remember this. This is all about word of mouth advertisement, something that has never ever changed. And you know that as well as I do as a business owner. Word of mouth advertisement is the best there is. Word of mouth advertisement is on the internet now. Okay, so somebody's on Facebook and they're asking about, they're talking to their family or friends, say, I need to go get my car fixed, or I need to get a haircut or something like that. Well, you know what? Hey, by the way, I went to this place over here. There you go, word of mouth advertisement. I mean, it's that effective, but it's online. It's in email. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. It's on LinkedIn. It's on YouTube. Did you know YouTube, those videos, it's the second largest search engine on the planet? So what I want to do is make sure that you understand that you have to have this thing that's called authority. Now you know what the word authority means. You're an authority with something, okay? But you need to have authority online. And authority online doesn't mean having a single website anymore. It means you have to have connections throughout the internet that give you credibility from your website. All right, let's take a website, make an example of what I've been talking about, put it into practice. Here's our old website, and here's the old theme that we're using. Remember, the idea of this still stands true. We want direct response marketing. The other things that we have here too, such as the 9 reasons, etc. Okay, we have our consumer warning message. We have a newsletter, coupons, things like that. Everything here is designed that way for a very specific reason, and that model still works. There's only one problem. The one problem, actually, there's more than one problem. One problem is the look is dated. Okay, that we know, and we've listened to you. I certainly heard you, and I know you wanted a different look, but we did not want to change from this model because we knew it worked. Because technology and software has changed so much, we can now offer the pretty along with direct response. But remember, before we have all these new changes, search engines and social and authority and all that stuff, we mainly relied upon keywords such as best hair salon, Stoughton, Wisconsin. And we put all the different keywords and the things in the pages and blogging and all that stuff. It's still there, but it's not enough anymore. We need to have external connections verify that your website right here is actually relevant, that it's worthy of coming up in search results. So that's where the other things come in. Let's take a look at what Bree and Amber are doing now. Here's a new website we just built for them. We're going to launch it shortly, okay? But what's happening here is this. We still have the direct response marketing in place. Okay. Now, we got rid of the banner up top, but what we did, as you can see, we got the owners. We still have the personal guarantee, their business name. Now, here's another big thing here that we could not do before, okay? All this text that you see here is all searchable by search engines. If I can select it with my mouse, a search engine can see it. Okay, so if we take a look at the other slides, you can see we can put featured products in there. We can put these in any order we wish. We can put the pre-recorded message. Okay, you can see how the transitions there work. We can time all that stuff, and we got all kinds of nice stuff going on here. Okay, the other thing, we can like us on Facebook. We can go to um, we can have our coupon. We can have something special, maybe a picture of your salon or a product that you're giving a coupon for, and offering a discount, and they click on the link and go right to your coupon, okay, without even having to move their mouse away from opening the page. So before, they had to move up and down your page all around to get to everything, okay, but now we can fix a lot of that with this slider. And again, all search engine friendly. Okay, here's another beautiful thing about this theme. Remember I told you before about being responsive, being mobile ready. Okay, well, check this out. If I drag the corner of our theme in, notice how it's responding. Okay, so I can actually resize the window, and everything scrolls accordingly, and it fits into the window that it's on. So whether it's an iPhone or smartphone or iPad or whatever the tablet may be, it's going to fit. Or even if somebody has this ginormous television screen that they're using for a monitor, it's going to fit. Okay. Now, other things that they have connections. You notice the floating social media icons down here. You also notice that I still have the 9 reasons and all the content. None of that's changed. We also have Facebook being fed directly onto the website from their timeline, from their page, excuse me, where we can like them and go in and view articles. You notice that they put a special on here for Thursday, salon service specials, okay? And it says here, please mention Facebook when calling. Okay, so you know that the marketing is working. They have Twitter on here doing the same thing. Okay, we can have our tweets. They can follow them on Twitter. So we got a lot of engagement going on here. But aside from it just showing up on the website, what's more important is that the website physically is being connected to those sites behind the scenes. Okay, there's a lot of new software out there to make that happen. It's very technical. I'm not going to go into detail, but let's put it this way. It's stuff that literally revamped just about all the software that was on this website to make that happen, and it brought it up to the modern age. We've got to remember that Google's our friend. They're trying to help us make good results for people. They give us free analytics to add to the website, and Brea and Amber are no exception here. You can see in a period measured from January 1st, 2011 to April 2013, there, it's kind of hard to see in the blue graph there, but in that time period, you can see that the organic search results have dropped where the social results have actually began to increase. Well, the other thing that Google also gives us too is social flow. You can actually see a flow chart of how people have found the site via social media, where they came from and landed on your website, what pages they visited, what pages they left, and of course the flow of visit all the way throughout the user experience. Other useful statistics used to monitor this progress is also by looking at a user's local map results. And Google does provide this as well. It's like its own little analytics. And you can see it over time. The blue line there is increasing over time of local exposure. And as you can see, the map results usually appear before the normal search results. So it's just another indicator that local and social media are both being combined together to influence the search results that you and I see every day. Other things that we've done for Brea and Amber. Their Facebook page. Here's the after results that we have, and you can see that we've got a new picture there. We can see, everything they have going on. And one of the things that we did too is we changed the way that these tabs work. You notice we have tabs for going to Twitter. They have a tab to set an appointment for another service that they use. But if I use the Get Coupons and click on that button, it opens up the tab. And that can take me to a page to fit right here on Facebook to go ahead and get it now. And I can even like this page too. In fact, we can even set it up that somebody has to like this page in order to get to that. But I didn't do that in this case. The other things that they have going on is we have Twitter. Okay, we've taken their Twitter and we've done it before. And we have an after, and you can see that the after now, it's much different, much more pleasant. It's branding them with their flower. Okay, and I've also gone into the About Us section and tweak that a little bit for search optimization. YouTube. Okay, as soon as we open up YouTube, if you're not subscribed to them, they have a featured video that they can set to automatically start playing. And you can't hear it right now because I got the volume turned down, but anyway, they have a video and you can see all the other videos that they've had and that they've uploaded. Notice that they're using how to. Very, very important to do. Okay, people are always looking for how to. YouTube, the second largest search engine on the planet. Okay, so how to is very important. You notice now too, with the modern version of YouTube now on their channel, that they have a link to their website. Again, another connection that they didn't have before. They have a link to their Google Plus profile, which is the same thing as a Facebook page, just a Google Plus page. A link to the Facebook page, a link to Twitter. So can you see the connections here and how all this stuff ties together? So when those search engine spiders go out there and they crawl the internet, they're looking for these connections. These are the things that are giving you authority. Okay, here's their Google Plus page, okay, which is basically Facebook for Google. All right, now it's brand new. I literally just set it up an hour ago. So there's nothing going on here. We're waiting to verify their page. Another thing that's going to change too is how we display testimonials on the website. So if I go back to their website and we go and take a look at the testimonials, we can move the testimonials anywhere we wish. Right now I just have them, tucked right here. But this is the way we've been doing the testimonials, just putting them in there as text. But there's a better way to do that right now. I'm going to show you another demo theme that we have on the Salon and Spa Marketing Toolkit demo site. And you can see it's a very plain Jane type of theme, but again, this has all the elements that Amber and Breeze has, but take a look at our testimonials now. We have the ability to do a 5-star rating. So I can click here, submit a testimonial, and when I do that, I can rate it from 1 to 5 stars and give it my review text. Now, not only is it just the stars that work, but it's also the fact that there is special code on your website called HReview code that allows search engines to see this review code and pull that into your search results. That means these testimonials can show up individually on your search results when somebody does a search. You think that's important? Oh yeah. These are all the different things that we got going on, and we're only scratching the surface here. Okay, so hopefully you have a better understanding now why it's so important to be socially engaged. So you've been given a lot of information here, but does that mean you got to know all this? Does that mean you got to memorize all this? No, it doesn't mean that at all. Okay, that's my job. Your job is to realize that word of mouth is still the same. It's just using a different avenue. It's using the internet. Secondly, the search engines do all that filtering for you. They figure out your trust. They figure out whether your search results should show up. All you need to worry about is to make sure that you have these connections. And the more you use those connections, obviously the better your results will be. But that doesn't mean that you have to be on Twitter and Facebook and all those things every single day, day in and day out. We'll talk about other strategies about how to use these things more effectively. But first, you got to be connected to them. And that's what this is all about. So we have options here. Here's a little graphic of then and now. So then we had different media before we used to research before we bought something. Now that word of mouth and media is the internet. So our choices are simply this. We can stick with what we thought used to work, and at one point it did, or we can evolve